more in the back care videos. Yoga in a can, something a little mini yoga flow. So we've been using this for warm-ups often before a workout, but this can be done a couple of minutes a day in the morning just to get yourself loose and ready for the day. Whether you're going to be lifting rocks and building a sidewalk or pounding stakes in the ground to build a garden, whatever it might be, this is a good way to loosen up your body, get it ready for what else is going to happen. So we start from standing, and we're going to start with a knee hug. So I'm going to bring the knee up into my chest as tight as I can. I'm not slumping over, I'm going to stay tall. Shoulders back, shoulders down, pull that knee up. Now, the ankle circles. I usually do about 5 or so in each direction. I don't really count. I started adding these in because I got cracky ankles. Turns out, I read some research many years later, says ankle circles real good for the brain. I don't know. So, that leg, my right leg, comes forward into a big lunge. My left hand comes to the floor, flat to the floor for support. Now you could put a yoga block here if you need to. That's okay. My knee is roughly over the ankle. Back leg is straight, bent. You're going to play with that aspect, right? My right hand is going to come down right over the left hand. And I'm going to try and bring my elbow to the instep of my foot or even the floor. And as I do that, I'm dropping my shoulder inside this thigh and knee. Now, here's where you can play around with that back leg. Your hips rotate around a little bit. It doesn't have to be a static stretch. You can move, loosen up the tight bits, dig into the corners, find what's bothering you, work it out. Now from here, we're going to do a windmill up. So I'm going to take that right hand. Left hand is on the ground. I'm going to keep the shoulder pulled tight and press down through that hand as I reach up to the sky. Now to make this a little bit more interesting, my right hand's up. I'm going to close my right eye. I want to keep my right hand in view with my left eye. That's going to force more rotation. Instead of just false flexibility, I'm actually getting more upper back rotation here. It's real helpful to push through the floor with the supporting arm. Now from here, again, you can wiggle around a little bit, feel the tight bits, work them out. I'm going to bring that hand down between the foot and the hand here. And I'm going to reach back and under my body, like I'm trying to grab the post behind me and pull myself to it. It's just going to throw a whole different set of stretches, and again, move around with it. From here, the fun part, I'm going to slide my left hand back, come up on fingertips. This might be a good place for a yoga block, but you want to keep that hand on the floor for support and balance. I'm going to straighten both my right knee and my left knee while I pull up on my toes. Now, play around with your hips. You'll find that they rock, and it's going to change the stretch in the back of the leg and the calf, but we are definitely stretching the back of this leg. Try to push that back heel into the ground, hold that for a second or two, and then come up to standing. Now you could turn around. I'll do that. And I'm going to switch legs. So left knee, big hug, all the way up into the chest, shoulders back nice and tall, some nice ankle circles, both directions. And then from here, the left leg's going to lunge forward. My right hand comes to the floor this time for support. And right hand over left, or left hand rather over right. Elbow to the floor or the instep of the foot, big stretch. Again, you can bend or straighten that back leg, I don't really care. Go with what feels good to your body. Windmill up, left hand's coming up, so I'm going to close my left eye. Keep that hand in view with my right. We're looking for a big twist in the upper back here. Keep that right arm pressed through the floor, shoulder tight and rolled back. So your armpit's tight. There's my thumb. Stretch the neck all the way down to the base of the spine. Now we're going to come through under the body. So I'm passing between the leg and the arm, reaching through, trying to grab anything to pull me under my body. Again, you can play around with that leg. And from here, we're going to slide the support hand back, straighten both knees. Think about letting that heel fall towards the floor. Grab these toes, ball the foot, and pull up. Huge stretch up the back of the leg. Play around with where your hips are. You'll feel the stretch change. You can even roll the foot around a little bit. That'll change the stretch of the calf and the back of the knee. Now, variation on this that we'll sometimes do, instead of the knee hug, is a leg cradle. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab my left leg, left ankle. Ooh, if I can hold my balance. I'm going to pull that up like so, almost like a tree pose, but I'm going to let the knee fall down and away. Ooh, if I can stand up straight. Alright, so stretch is different here. It's more inner thigh and groin. If that's what you feel like you need, go with this variation. But from here, same idea. Lunge step forward, opposite hand to the floor, elbow to the floor, instep of the foot, windmill up, reach through, and then that crazy intense calf stretch. Again, if you need a yoga block, feel free to use one. But you want that hand on the floor for support. You want to spend a couple of seconds here. From the other side, alright, so the leg cradle again. I'm just grabbing that ankle, the foot, pull it up, and let the knee fall away. Stretch is again different in the hip than with the knee hug. You can go back and forth, do both. This is real tight in here, this little pocket. And then lunge step forward, opposite hand to the floor, hand over hand, forearm and elbow to the floor, instep of the foot, windmill up, pressing this arm straight into the floor. Close the right eye, find the right arm with the left eye. Reach through, under, right? Trying to grab something across the floor over there and pull myself under my body. And then straighten both knees. Pull up on the toes. Give yourself a nice intense stretch in the back of the leg. And that is the basics of yoga in a can. Do a few times. I used to take this traveling across the floor at one of the gyms. You might do 5 or 8 reps on each side that way. But you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 times on each side, good to go. It'll loosen up everything, shoulders, hips, legs, ready to go for the day.